Cool.
Whenever you guys are ready, you can give us a 3, 2, 1, go countdown so we can get the time started on our end. Best of luck.
Thank you, man. All right. Let's just get started then. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, folks, so I'm going to be your commentator for this one, DJ Locks, along with Ketil here.
Yeah. And we are gonna be running Bun Bun. I'm gonna be running Bun Bun, which is a Kaizo hack, SMW Kaizo hack made by Ketil. And Locke's gonna be mostly doing the commentating. I'm just gonna be doing the playing.
Yeah, so this is the first level here, and we're actually going to be doing the any percent good ending, which includes the final exit plus a couple more here. We're going to be doing not quite a skip, but we're going to be escorting this key all the way down and entering in the key. And we're in. Perfect. So you can actually, when you're Big Mario and in a one-tile space like that, you can actually spin jump, and it'll just clip you right down in like you saw there. So we're going to the Tide Switch Palace here, and this is a really cool level because, as you'll see here, if you watch the water as you're jumping, it'll actually rise and fall with the rest of the level. And a lot of these platforms you'll see are meant to just sit on top of the water. So as you go through the level, it'll start rising and falling and moving through. Now, I know Ketil's going to be doing a skip coming up around here. Ketil, do you want to try to explain that?
That was the skip.
Oh, okay, well, sweet.
That rotating platform, you actually have to wait for that normally, but Spot, a good friend, found a skip where you can just jump far to the left there and you make the water rise faster than it should, and the platform is ready for you.
Beautiful layer 2 manipulation, Ketil.
Exactly. No jump.
Oof.
Reset.
So, Ketil, I heard that you had a little incentive for how many times you died on this one.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna donate $5 for each death. And if it should happen that I go deathless through the whole thing, I'm gonna donate $100.
Oh, PogChamps in
Don't get
chat.
your hopes up, because that never happened before.
All right, so we are now heading into, I believe this is the Cotton Candy Castle? Or no.
Oh, this is 6 green sweets.
Ah, that's right. So each of these rooms, it's kind of a little claustrophobia-esque. Almost a one-screen puzzle on this one. Are there checkpoints between each of the rooms?
Yes, there are. Thank God there are. Because this would be really hard the first time around if there wasn't.
So would you describe this as a beginner Kaizo hack, an intermediate?
It's definitely more towards the beginner than intermediate. I would not say it's the perfect absolute beginner hack, but it's more on the easier side than it is on the harder side for sure.
Perfect Reznor fight, first time every time.
First time every time.
Is the RNG always consistent on that one?
No, it's not. Actually, it was pretty bad there. I would say 80% of the time it's good, and you can go a bit faster than I did there. But this time I had to adjust a bit and wait to hit the last one.
Yeah, now you're going to do a skip here, and I'd really love to tell the chat how it works, but I have no clue.
Yeah, it's actually not a skip. It's just how you open up the secret exit in this level.
Or sorry, the secret exit, right?
Exactly.
Right. Either way,
I have no idea
how it works. I meant to look it up. I forgot.
You get you just jump up in that space I did there, and the green mushroom is coming up, and you open up a pipe. I have no idea why that works, why that's a thing, but apparently that's a thing you can do in this game.
And as far as I'm aware, except for like quality of life patches, this hack is pretty much all vanilla.
Yes, it is. Except for
those
the
of you playing
graphics
it.
and the music, of course. Well, even the graphics, I guess, are quite vanilla, just with different color palettes.
Yeah, so for you, those of you playing the home game, what that means is with Super Mario World or Super Mario World ROM hacks, you can either do stuff that just comes base with the lunar magic and just kind of keeps with the traditional vanilla theme, or you can do stuff that kind of like Invictus did, where you add certain code to the game that'll do crazy things to it. But this is just a very much satisfying platforming. Moving through each section, just great vanilla hack.
Yeah, it absolutely.
So, Ketil, what?
It's really great.
So, what made you decide to run this game, or rather, what do you look for when you're picking a speed run to do?
I'm looking for something that is fun to play, and I had just played through this game, and a few of my streamer friends had started running it, so I thought I wanted to give them a bit of competition. I really enjoyed this game.
Awesome.
And even more the speed run, because we pretty much play all the good levels and skip all the bad ones. So
That's right. You held world record in this for a while, didn't you?
I do. I do still have world record in the good ending, the one we're running now.
Ah, that's right.
What I really also like about the run here is we are running two categories at once. We are running both the bad ending and the good ending in one run. So the bad ending is just the 11 first levels, and the good ending is the 11 first levels plus 2 extra levels at the end. I know. Oops, this is a death. 1. I no longer have the world record in bad ending because Shellbird stole that away from me.
I see.
But I still have the good ending.
So how optimized are these speedruns right now?
They are quite optimized. I'm pretty sure I already lost the bad ending. Like it's
With
not
that
possible
single
to get
death?
anymore. Maybe if I do really good. But there's 1 death in the bad ending and 2 deaths in the good ending. World record.
Also, beware of that gold tape, folks. It's a trap.
Yeah, don't touch the first one. So this is Cotton Candy Castle. This is one of the
This is one of my favorites, yeah.
big run killers here. It's a very long level and it's quite hard with some very precise movement needed.
All right, guys. So
All right,
we
so
actually have 2 donations. We have a $20 donation from Aztec. No comment on that one. And we have a $10 donation from Bartball with the comment, "Let's go for Deathless Kettle. Also, I would like to put these towards green. Follow frickin_ha on Twitch."
Thank you guys. So these are both people from the community.
Yeah, that Bart Ball guy is really my favorite.
Yes?
Yeah.
He's alright.
All right, so we are just trying to move up through this vertical section. So did that 1 death earlier really cost you the world record?
It was a cheap death, so I'm not 100% sure.
It was a cheap one? Okay.
It was an early death, so maybe. It also depends on how many of the skips we're gonna successfully get, because there's quite a bit of speedrun tech in this game. Speedrun strats. This is gonna be the second death, by the way. This is intentional, but it still counts. So 2. We're dying here to RNG manipulate the position of
Sure
Wendy.
you are.
So by dying in the beginning, we ensure that she will always turn up on the left. If we don't die, she can turn up anywhere on the screen, and that's not fast because we can't reach her if she comes up to all the way to the right.
There we go. Another clean Wendy kill in the books.
This is where this level is where the run really starts getting difficult. now we get to the hard levels. So just because it looks like a good run now does not mean we're gonna end up having a good run. Especially this level coming up is probably the worst level in the game, or the hardest level rather. It's a good level, but it's hard because it's Cape.
Oh baby, Cape. So Ketil's going to have to focus quite a bit in this section, even though it looks like it's easy with the Cape. I mean, and you're falling so slowly.
Yeah,
there we go. Oh, and he's down. Yep. So even though it looks like you're falling really, really slowly with the Cape, there's a weird thing in SMW where when you let go of the button, another death by the way, where if you let go of the button, you'll start falling a little bit later, and it kind of varies. So as you see Ketil falling, each of those is really, really calculated so he does not fall too fast, fall too far, fall into the munchers, as he's done a couple times already, but he'll be fine. And H.
This is one of the big. There's a lot of RNG in this game, and one of the worst one is when you have to clip through the floor there. Because what you do is you duck under a one tile gap while big, and you just mash the button, and Mario can go through the thing the first time you tap it, or the 10th time. You have no way of controlling that. So you can lose quite a few seconds every time you have to do that.
And of course, orb.
Out to the water level. Everyone loves
everybody's favorite. Metroid music, gotta love it.
Yeah, that's a big thing in Kaizo, to use music from different games. And
CO has done an excellent job picking the soundtrack for this game.
Absolutely.
CO's soundtrack choice and just palettes are...
Yeah, it's amazing. Here comes a big skip.
And
let's see if we can do it. Can you explain this?
So this one, this is the triple Yoshi eat. So in SMW, since it's coded a little funny, if you eat two things with Yoshi at the exact same time, and did we get it there? I'm never sure, but if you eat two things with the Yoshi at the exact same time, you'll get an extra eat in there. So we're going to use that here to get Yoshi early, and then we're going to be able to skip a little part here. So normally you'd have to go back down and get a fish that spawns here to get the final Yoshi, and then have to go back up and get the shell, but we skip that here and save quite a bit of time. Pass the urchin in the pipe, and here we go.
Yeah, because a baby Yoshi needs to eat 5 times to grow big. But if you eat 2 right after each other, it's gonna count as 3. So you only need to eat 4 total. It's a weird thing that's just a part of SMW.
And now it's everybody's favorite, an Ultra Star.
With DuckTales music.
So yeah, this is just going to be all very tight platforming.
Especially coming up here.
Oh, there he's got it.
Really, annoyance.
So now, that would normally be a semi-solid, and if you let go of the rope there, you are not making it down. But if you hang onto the rope, you can go all the way down.
Correct.
But yeah, it's CO, just the music is wonderful, the palettes are gorgeous, everything about this hack is just beautiful, and it's all just standard game assets. I mean, you didn't import anything in. This is just what you get from Lunar Magic. It's gotten so much easier in the recent years to just get set up and get making a level. There are some really great tutorials on YouTube that you can use to get it, and go to SMW Central, and there's a bunch of great resources there. And we're in.
Now we're coming up to the final level of the any % bad ending. So this is yeah, when you beat this level, that's when the bad ending ends, and then we just have one more level and a boss fight, and we're done.
Yeah, so these snake blocks are something that's specific to SMW. As soon as you land on them, they'll start eating the blocks next to them, and for whatever reason, they activate other blocks that are on the screen. They're weird, but they're fun.
There's a lot of weird stuff like that in SMW that creators use to their advantage to create levels.
Yeah, it's interesting. The way the game was programmed, it just a lot of these sprites and tiles were just never meant to interact with the other sprites. I mean, the way that they do. But when you have ROM hacking and you get to combine all these things, you get some really, really, really cool and really weird things happening.
Got the good skip.
Oh, baby.
So you're supposed to wait for the snake block to get all the way up to the door there. But if you throw that spring very precisely, so it lands on the spike there, you can get up there early.
Yeah, so the funny thing about Reznor fights is you can still die after they end. So if he had landed on that snake block a little too soon and gotten it started, ooh boy, would have fallen right into the lava at the end. But we're good.
We are good. So now we just have the longest level left, which consists of 6, I would say, smaller levels in one. And then we are off to fight Bowser.
And just when you thought the music couldn't get any better.
How many deaths are we at? 4?
I believe it's 4.
All right. Not too bad.
And that's including the intentional one from Wendy. Not bad at all.
So here, actually, the reason we can do 2 categories in one run is because of this part here. So you're supposed to open up all 3 switch palaces to
Whoopsie doodle.
to pass that bridge, but CU made that a bit too short. So you can just do 2 of them and jump the gap. Huge oversight that... Oh, that's a death. Huge oversight that we are very happy he made, because that level we're skipping is horrible. The worst level of the whole game.
Ketil, it's so nice of you to keep dying and just donating all this money to cancer.
Or charity.
To killing him, you know. There we go.
Ooh.
Oh. Oh. I'm on a slight delay, folks. I don't see what happens to him until after he goes oof.
So I'm spotting the death for you.
Nah, you're fine. You're fine. Gives me a heads up. Gives me time to prepare to make fun of you.
That was the first room of this 6-room castle. Ooh.
There we go.
No death.
Yeah, so I didn't get a chance to talk about it earlier, but nets are weird. When you pass behind them, you can go behind certain sprites and other things get really weird. Just don't ask me. I don't really know, but yeah, they're cool.
It's something you do.
Sorry, I'm getting enthralled by the gameplay here. So we're just gonna keep moving our way through the castle here. Nice double door entry, gives you a lot of time. All right, get your Pepe Jammers or your Sour Please or whatever dance emotes we have enabled in Strizer's channel. Get them out, because this is an absolute banger.
So this is kind of like, for anyone who played the original Super Mario World. Ooh. This castle kind of works like the final castle in that game, where you have rooms to choose from. So you actually have, I think it's 2 rooms in the first time, 3 rooms, and then I believe it's 2 rooms next time to choose from. So you can see this level, and it's gonna look very different because people are choosing different rooms to play. But this is these are the rooms I find easiest. So that's the one I'm doing for speedrun. So I actually have no idea how the others are, because I played them once when I first played the game. So I've forgotten that.
A true speedrunner. So yeah, this is it's something a lot of Kaizo hacks do with their final castle is they just sort of recap a lot of the highlights of the previous levels, a lot of the gimmicks if there were any, and just the aesthetics, and we'll just keep moving our way through here. It's a water level. Everybody loves the water levels. Oh, just misses the key. You have to stand on that there, so you have an actual platform to get into the door with. Much like in Mario Maker, you do need to be able to stand on something to get in the door.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and that's the only reason we have to get this key. It's just to get in the door at the end.
I believe that is 6 now, or
Oh, I think it's 10.
What?
I think it's 10.
When
I
did
might
that
be
happen?
wrong. I think it's 10.
Oh, that's right. We just had a bunch up earlier that I
Yeah,
missed.
this level hasn't been good to us. And that was 12. This level is really hard.
It's racking up.
Also,
Alright.
the level I have the least experience with, because in the beginning when I ran this game, I only ran the bad ending. So I didn't play this level and the final boss fight. So I don't have as much experience in this as I have in the rest of the game.
So if you wanted a real shot at world record, how many deaths overall would you be allowed to have right now?
1 for the bad ending and 2 for the good ending. And they can't be very expensive. They have to be, like, you can't die like I did there with the door in the end of a level and have to start it all over. You have to die early. Also, you have to pull off some of the skips.
There have been a lot of speedrunners putting a lot of love and a lot of hard work into this
Yeah,
hack.
big shout out especially to Spot 4343, who found 90% of the skips in this game. Yes, he's really
Spud is a
been
madman.
working hard on that. And now it's time for the final
Alright,
Bowser.
so
You might know this guy, except he's a bit faster this time.
Oh Lord, yeah. So it's about 6 a.m. for me here. I don't know whatever he's had, but I'll have some.
It's the fight is very close to the original Bowser fight, except for his speed and except for this. So he throws this disco shell, as we call it, out here. That
Jeez,
is
Peach.
trying to kill me. But I have to keep it alive, because now he's throwing these balls. And if I don't kill those balls with the disco shell, those are gonna follow me forever.
Yeah,
And
there
making
is
the
absolutely nothing worse
fight
than
basically impossible, as long as if I keep them alive.
Yeah, there is nothing worse than just a giant Bowser ball to the face.
Nope.
All right. Just a couple more hits here.
This one we can kill, because he is out of balls. He's just gonna jump now.
He's all empty. Got it.
And for some reason we can just stand here in between and do nothing. the last phase is by far the easiest. Just a final hit. And time is when you see Peach.
Almost there.
So time.
Time. All right.
Yeah.
GG, my friend.
Thank you.
Thanks to you, and thanks to everybody in chat and Strizer for organizing this. It's been a wonderful time for everyone here, and yeah, I'll let Ketil sign us off.
All right. So this was Bun Bun, a Kaizo, one out of approximately 200 Kaizo games there is now for SMW. If you want to check it out, you should go to smwcentral.net, where you can get all the information about Kaizo. It's really fun. And a huge shout out to the whole SMW community for being the best community in the world. It's just full of great people. So if you have any questions about anything, go to one of the many streamer channels and ask. There's like at any given time at least 10 people playing Kaizo on Twitch. So yeah. And, thanks for having us.